Good morning, children. How are you, children? I hope all of you are fine. Children, today class for 8th class. Subject is biological science. Okay, children. Yesterday we discussed about that one, the importance of vaccine in the prevention of diseases. Okay, so from vaccine we learn that one prevention is better than cure. What? Prevention is better than cure. Children, today we are discussing about the role of microorganism in soil fertility. In soil fertility. So, the microorganisms play a very important role in increasing of soil fertility. When the soil is fertile, we can get more yield. Yes or not? Yes. So, how the microorganisms are responsible for the soil fertility? In the soil, we observe various type of bacteria such as rhizobium bacteria and nitrobacter bacteria and algae such as nastar, anabina, like algae also exist in the soil. All these microorganisms increase the soil fertility. Let us discuss about that the role of rhizobium bacteria in increasing of soil fertility. You know that one in atmosphere near about 78 percentage of nitrogen is available, but plants cannot utilize this atmospheric form of nitrogen. When the atmospheric nitrogen is converted in the form of soil nitrogen, then only plants can utilize the nitrogen for their metabolic activities. So, the rhizobium bacteria is one of the nitrogen fixing bacteria. Means the rhizobium bacteria fixes the nitrogen in the soil. Children, are you know about the leguminous plants? Leguminous plants nothing but all type of pulses. Pulses means పప్పు జాతికి చెందిన మొక్కలు. Means రెడ్ గ్రామ్ కందులు, బ్లాక్ గ్రామ్ మినుములు అండ్ గ్రౌండ్ నట్ వేరుశనగలు, సోయాబీన్. These all crops are come under the leguminous crops only. Means all pulses, beans also, chikkudukaya, fenugreek, menthyam kura. So what is the specialty of these leguminous plants? When you carefully observe the roots of the leguminous plants, the roots bears small roundish structures. Okay, when you carefully observe the roots of the leguminous plants, the roots bear small roundish structures. These structures are called as the root nodules. What? Root nodules. In Telugu we can say veru pudipelu. So why the leguminous crops such as the pulses, beans possess the root nodules? The root nodules of the leguminous crops provide shelter to the rhizobium bacteria. Means nothing but they give shelter to the rhizobium bacteria. And the rhizobium bacteria converts the atmospheric form of nitrogen into soil nitrogen and supply this soil nitrogen to the leguminous plants. So in this case, we observe that the leguminous plants provide shelter to the rhizobium bacteria, and the rhizobium bacteria supplies the nitrogen to the leguminous plants, and in this relationship, the leguminous crops and rhizobium bacteria get profit from each other. Okay, in this relationship, the leguminous crop and rhizobium bacteria get profit from each other. This type of relationship is called as a symbiotic relationship or called as a symbiosis. This relationship is called as what? Symbiotic relationship or symbiosis. What? Symbiosis. Okay. The leguminous plant's roots provide shelter to the rhizobium bacteria. The rhizobium bacteria converts the atmospheric form of nitrogen into soil nitrogen and supply it to the leguminous plants. So in this relationship, the leguminous plants and the rhizobium bacteria get profit each other, and this type of relationship is called as a symbiotic relationship. Symbiotic relationship. So this is about the role of microorganism in increasing soil fertility. Children, have you ever heard the word BT cotton? Nowadays, in our country, most of the farmers like to cultivate BT cotton in their agricultural field. Why? Because the BT cotton plants are not easily affected by the pests. Means nothing but తొందరగా కీటకాలు ఆశించవు, వాటి యొక్క ఆకులను పురుగులు తినవు. What is the reason? What is the meaning of BT cotton? So BT means nothing but Bacillus thuringiensis. BT means what? Bacillus thuringiensis. So we collect one type of gene called as crygene. We collect one special type of gene called as crygene from the Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria, and we introduce this genes of the Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria into cotton seeds. And the plants that grow from the BT cotton seeds not easily affected by the pests. When insects eat the leaf of the plant, at that time the crygenes which are present in the plant destroy the insects in a short period of time. Means nothing but Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria destroy the insect and champi వేస్తుంది insect. So this is the usage of BT cotton seeds. And another more topic is nothing but what is the role of microorganism in cleaning of environment or in decaying process. We have to appreciate the role of microorganism in cleaning in environment. If the microorganisms are not there on the earth surface, the heap of dead bodies are accumulated on the earth surface. ఒకవేళ మైక్రో ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ లేకపోతే శవాల గుట్టలుగా తయారవుతుంది. సో the microorganisms play a very important role in the decaying process. Many type of bacteria and fungi will act upon the dead bodies and mix the dead parts of the plants and animals in the soil. In the soil. If the microorganisms are not there at the time, we didn't observe the rotten process. అసలు కుళ్ళిపోయే ప్రాసెస్ అనేదే ఉండదు. If this happened, we get foul smell and we get many harmful diseases. But it is not occur. Why? Because nothing but we have microorganisms. Okay, so many type of microorganisms such as the bacteria, fungi acts upon the dead parts of the plants and animals and mix them into the soil and responsible for the increasing of soil fertility. Children, take some dry leaves అంటే ఎండిపోయిన పత్రాలు and some banana leaves and vegetable waste. Dig a small pit అంటే చిన్న గుంతను తవ్వ. Place the dry leaves and banana peels and vegetable waste in the pit and cover it with soil. Next, take some plastic materials such as plastic plates, plastic papers or any plastic material. Now dig another pit and place the plastic material in another dig and cover it with soil and observe the both pits after 20 days. What do you observe in the pit that is covered with vegetable waste, dry leaves, banana peels? We observed that the rotting process in the first pit, the kullipaye process. Suppose we have to put that vegetable waste for 2 months. The waste materials are completely mixed in the soil and we didn't observe any remains of waste. But when you observe the second pit that is filled with the plastic material, in this pit we didn't observe any decaying process. The plastic materials are as it is present in the pit. We didn't observe any decaying process. Means nothing but the plastic materials are not easily degraded by the microorganism. అంటే ప్లాస్టిక్ మెటీరియల్ తొందరగా భూమిలో మిక్స్ కావు. That's why we have avoid the usage of plastic. And the materials that are easily mixed in the soil, the materials that are easily mixed in the soil by the natural process are called as biodegradable substances. Okay, the materials that are easily mixed in the soil by the natural process are called as biodegradable substances. For example, dry leaves, vegetable waste, banana peels. And the materials that are not easily mixed in the soil by the natural process, the materials that are not easily mixed in the soil by the natural process are called as non-biodegradable substances. Example, glass materials, plastic materials, etc. What? Plastic materials and glass material, etc. These materials cause pollution. Okay. Next, This is the some useful effect of the microorganism. Now we are to discuss about the some harmful effects of the microorganism. You know that when so many type of microorganism causes diseases. Okay, the microorganisms that causes diseases normally called as pathogens. Okay, the microorganisms that causes disease are called as pathogens. You know that when the microorganisms are present everywhere, so the microorganisms are considered as universal organisms. So bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoan organisms are present everywhere. Okay, we observe upon the surface of our hands so many crores of bacteria are living in our mouth, in our intestines also so many millions of bacteria are present. Not only that, in the air, in the water also so many type of microorganisms exist, but some of the microorganisms cause diseases. Okay, the microorganisms that cause diseases are called as pathogens. What? Pathogens. And you know that some of the diseases are transmitted through the air. కొన్ని వ్యాధులు గాలి ద్వారా వ్యాపిస్తాయి. Some of the diseases are transmitted through the water. Some of the diseases are transmitted through the vectors. Vectors means mediators, such as mosquitoes. Okay, the diseases that are transmitted by the air are called as airborne diseases. The diseases that are transmitted by the water are called as waterborne diseases. The diseases that are transmitted by the vectors, vector-borne diseases. Okay, children, you might have observed that when a student in your class is suffered from common cold, within a short period of time most of your friends get the common cold. Why? Because nothing but it is communicable diseases. Means nothing but the diseases that can spread from the one person to the another healthy person are called as communicable diseases. In Telugu we can say antu vyadulu. What? Antu vyadulu. Okay, the diseases that can spread from one person to the another persons are called as communicable diseases. Normally, which persons are easily prone, means nothing but easily affected by the communicable diseases? The persons who lives in less ventilated houses, అంటే గాలి వెలుతురు సదుపాయం లేని ప్రదేశాలు ఎవరైతే జీవిస్తారో, that persons are easily affected by communicable diseases. Nowadays we observe that when COVID, it is also communicable disease. It can also spread from one disease to another. That's why we have to wear the mask. Yes or not? So we have to discuss about the different type of diseases that are caused by the bacteria and protozoa and some fungi, and the diseases that are caused by the mosquitoes also, and some other diseases. And not only the human beings but also animals also affected by the disease that caused by the microorganisms. We think that one microorganisms only cause diseases to the human beings. Not. Microorganisms can cause diseases to animals also. Beside animals also, they can cause diseases in plants. Okay, some bacteria cause diseases in plant, some fungi and viruses also cause diseases in plants. Okay, we have to discuss about the various type of human diseases, animal diseases and plant diseases in further class. Okay, children, carefully watch the video. Okay, this chapter is very very important, and try to improve your sentence formation and try to complete your work within a given time. It is must. Okay children, thank you.